And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone in the Morning Show is the opinion of T-Bone and T-Bone only, even if you agree with him. They do not reflect the policies or opinions of the Department of Defense, the United States Navy, or the Armed Forces Network. Thanks for listening.
Here, good, I'm assuming.
Here's what I can tell you. I can guarantee the undeniable truths of life. I got two for you. If you're running mildly late, there will always be something happening on the gate that will delay your entry. This morning, apparently a taxi cab full of people who had no right to be on the base decided they were going to try to talk their way on the base. So that backed up traffic all the way to the hands. So I'm sitting there just waiting for that to happen. And that's one undeniable truth of life. Always expect a delay at the gate when you're running a little late. And then always count on a traffic light.
Oh, you hit the light?
Yeah, I always hit the light if I'm mildly rushing. So, unfortunately, in Spain, there's no such thing as right on red.
No, there's
so
not.
You just sit there. And I know I could probably get away with it.
I mean, who's going to stop you?
Well,
T-Bone, okay, he's got to get on the radio.
Just because you have the power doesn't mean you should use the power.
That's a
the
Spider-Man
power
reference.
the power of persuasion is my super talent, I guess. I don't know. So that's this morning. It's still a little loud. Yesterday, the CEO, if I had to ask somebody, who's your favorite guest host or guest person on the AFN radios, even myself now, I would probably have to say the Skippers, Morning Joe with the CO. Yeah.
Joe with the CO?
Yeah, because he has excellent music. And his bed is never this loud.
Okay, I've turned it down so much. I feel like it's so low. So I can barely hear it. Maybe because I only have...
Oh my goodness, man.
Okay. I'm working on it. I'm working it out.
Yes, this isn't some kind of hip poetry sermon with a beat in the back.
I hope everybody's at...
Now it's gone.
I hope everybody's one hand on the wheel, and two hands on the wheel. But if they're stopped, they're snapping their fingers like you do at a poetry slam.
So what has become a new thing that I have done is I have decided that the guests are allowed to choose music here.
Yes, they are.
A new addition to AFN Rota. So if you're tired of hearing the same old songs on repeat,
which that's exactly
it's pretty much what it is. Yeah. I am the guest, and I am extending the privilege out to you. If you have something you want to hear, all you got to do is hit us up on the AFN Rota Facebook page and say, hey, I'd like to hear this, and I will use my superpower of persuasion, and I will convince DJ AT to play your song within reason.
I mean, I can't play anything. Look, I don't want to be yelled at the CO, so obviously no swear words are going out.
Well, I mean, I've seen the television commercial that says you guys only play FCC certified music.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the commercial says, so it must be true.
I mean, we have our commercials that say we play the best from the 80s, 90s, and now, but I rarely hear 80s. More so now.
I hate you. I hate you and everything about you. The 80s is 40 years ago.
Oh, and they were a great 40 years.
Yes, well, go get, there's a channel for the 80s music. There's an oldies channel, okay? Go to those channels. This should be the best music of today.
But
40
it's all
years.
The same.
40 years is too. Yeah, I agree. The best music of the day is very rare.
You need that throwback to be like, I can appreciate, I guess, what I have because
some musical genius has just redone Santana's Maria Maria.
Really?
Yeah, and
haven't heard it.
It's like the song Maria Maria is playing full on in the background. And instead of singing the words that went with the song, they just made up some new words. Yeah, today's musical talent really isn't.
Yeah, I know. So sometimes it's okay to throw back.
I listen to AFN for information. That's why I come here. So I know when, and when you're playing not good music, see what I did there? I didn't use the word I wanted to use.
Yeah. FCC appropriate.
When you are playing not good music, I go right back to the iPod or the Bluetooth in the car, and I can listen to whatever I want. Actually, that's not true. I don't know why I have so much music on my phone or how that music got there, but I find myself fast forwarding through 90% of the music I have on my phone.
Sometimes I'm just not in the mood. Also, if you haven't heard my show, I'm all over the place with my music. So sometimes I'm listening to Billy Joel. Other times it's Nina Simone, and I'm just like, you know what? Today is a Ray Charles afternoon. I need to fast forward
yesterday I got in the car and it was Neil Diamond playing. I was like, oh, Skipper must be in. I didn't even look. I didn't even look to see if it was Thursday. I just knew. Oh, the boss must be in because. And then the next song is Steppenwolf, and I'm like, oh, he's 2 for 2. If he goes Foghat on the next one, that's a trifecta. That's a win-win done. But I had to go to work, and I didn't listen for the third song.
Yeah, I think I heard Steppenwolf as I like ran in to change before I went and
Yeah, I want to talk to him. Want to
break.
sit down and like if he were like, hey, send your questions into the Skipper, I'd be like, do you choose your music ahead of time or do you do it on the spot?
If it's on the spot,
He is missing his calling as a DJ.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to, you gotta
All
come and
those
do
years
that,
wasted
too.
in the Navy, he should have been behind a microphone.
Right? Just good music, good information, and then I mean, if he wants, I'm pretty sure no one would be upset if the CEO just did a whole show, right?
Yeah, just
He
my
could just
base,
come in
I'm
and
taking
be,
over.
Hey, I'm doing a show today. I got it. You guys relax. Someone just push the buttons and put my music on. I'll talk for the whole 4 hours.
That's all you need.
Yeah, easy day. Easy
Yeah.
day.
So again, extending my privilege out to you, the listening audience. That's our parking lot zombies.
Yep.
Because you got 4 more minutes until coffee starts.
You're probably sitting in the car waiting.
4 minutes for our gym rats.
Yep.
You could send a request in. You could put the 5-pound dumbbell down for 2 seconds and get on the AFN Road to Facebook page.
I mean, they have Wi-Fi in the gym, right? So
Absolutely.
there's
It
no
never
reason why-
works. I wouldn't know that was the last time I've been to the gym.
Same.
And don't forget our security people who the radio channel is stuck on 102.5.
What, in the patrol cars, or
Yes.
that was me yesterday?
In the patrol cars,
In the
yes.
patrol cars, and yeah.
And
yeah.
you were forced to listen to your own music.
I know. Actually, I'm only in the patrol cars for like a solid 10 minutes to drive to the commissary to get food and to drive back to CVIS to, stand and check vehicles for however many hours I have left out of the day.
Well, not to get too distracted, so we got one song coming up, and then it's top of the hour news with Looney.
And that's exactly what it is. This is Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. This is T-Bone and DJ 80.
Got to come up with a better name.
We'll see. We're working on it. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. You're in studio with DJ 80 and T-Bone.
T-Bone in the morning.
So shout out to Tim because we played his song earlier, Walking on Glass, because he sent in the request.
Walking on broken glass.
Walking on broken glass, specifically. And T-Bone has a story about why Recycle Man Tim Uplinger sent that request in.
Which is crazy because he's back in the States, so he's got his little AFN 360 app on, or he's just stalking me. Whatever. I love the guy.
A little bit of both, maybe.
So, yeah, again, you're killing me.
Better? Is that better?
Yeah, but now I'm low. So I have extended my guest privileges to you, the listening audience. If you've got music you want to hear, you tell us on the AFN Road to Facebook page, and we'll play it, within reason. And if not, you got to hear things like Taylor Swift shaking it off.
I mean,
so
if
my
it was
friend,
me, it'd be Tears for Fears, but
well, then make it. You can just go on the AFN Road to Facebook page and make your request, and we'll play Tears for Fears.
You know what? I will request my own stuff. You could even request it on the Rhoda Q&A page. I'm monitoring them both.
Just
like,
to show how it's
both.
done.
Yeah.
This is how it works. Hey, could you play? And then you do.
Yeah.
Boom.
T-Bone posted on the Q&A. Go to the T-Bone post on either the Q&A or the AFN Rhoda page. I'm literally sitting here just waiting for something to happen.
We're always looking
either
for a
one.
red dot to pop up on that
Nothing.
screen.
I'm getting a whole lot of nada right now. So I'm going to make a request. It's going to be, I don't know, maybe... Ooh, Meatloaf? I'm thinking, what's the absolute worst song I
don't know,
play
but
right now?
you got all the time in the world to think about it.
do.
I got so much time to tell this story.
Please, tell the story. Why did Tim Uplinger request your song?
So, recently I almost ended up in Spanish jail.
Okay.
That's,
all right.
yeah.
That's a great way to, this one time. So what had happened was, okay.
We were on a nighttime run. We were having a great time. And then after the run, we went over to a friend's house. And it was a penthouse apartment, beautiful penthouse apartment, but it was a little steamy. We were all a little sweaty, and the air wasn't circulating right. And I had been there before, so I went to open a window. And I remember moving the latch to unlock the window, and I moved the window a couple of inches to the right when, oh, my God, I don't even know how to explain, to a listening audience versus a visual audience, when this giant window starts
tilting
outwards, and there's nothing I can do. It must weigh 100 pounds. I've got one hand on it in an awkward position. It cuts my hand, and it goes. And we're 4 stories up, And I turn around and I'm like, oh my God. And my friends are like, what? I was like, the window. And in the time that had occurred, the window hit the ground and then the sound. I was able to get all of that out before the sound of this horrendous crash came wafting back up into the area where we were. It's so fortunate that it was late at night and there was nobody on the street because, yeah, I'd be in Spanish jail right now asking you to bring me, put some money on my commissary.
Yeah.
Yep, I know about commissary. Oh, why do I know the things I know? Never accept a collect call from someone in prison. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Maybe
those are expensive.
I believe it.
It's called a letter. Write me.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Paper's cheap, postage is cheap. You just send it. It just takes a while to get a response. You got to be patient.
Yes, patience.
Yeah.
But the paper, I mean, you could write. All of your friends in prison should write you. Do not accept collect calls from prison.
No,
that's your T-bone tip of the day.
Just sucking up a whole bunch of money.
And never touch a window anywhere. I'm terrified of windows now.
Yeah?
I don't even walk. Normally, I used to walk close to buildings because that's where the shade is. But since my own PWSD, my post-window stress disorder,
Yes.
I don't even want to walk close to buildings anymore. So in Dubai, a window pane falls down and almost cuts a guy in half. You ever seen that video?
Oh no.
Yeah, that one exists.
I mean, I'm sure it does. You could Google anything. There's
So-
always the dark side of the internet too. I try to avoid those things.
So we're red dotting over here, getting ready to play some more
Maybe,
music. But is it music you choose or is it music we choose? Or the
we'll
eagle
see, let's
chooses?
see.
That's the worst.
Play Return of the Mac. Let's see. Let's look it up.
Let's look it up while we play something that they didn't ask for.
Yeah, let's do that. 'Cause, I gotta screen it. Like, look, if the CEO hears something crazy, I'm gonna be in huge trouble. I'm not trying to get fired off the radio like 3 weeks in. So we're gonna play a little bit of Kygo, Selena Gomez, It Ain't Me, and then I'm gonna look up this Return of the Mac by by whoever. I gotta Google it.
It's called Search. You'll be fine. Hey,
I'll
here's
search
an
it up.
interesting side note. Zeus is listening this morning.
Really?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, my little furry companion is passed out in the studio.
Yes,
which
the
is
new intern is lazy.
Yeah, he is. Worst guard dog. I was telling that story. I'll tell the story on the radio for you guys later, but worst guard dog I've ever seen in my life. But this is It Ain't Me, and then Return of the Mac.
Maybe.
For
We'll see.
Justin Williams. So that was a request.
From Justin Williams?
Yes.
Hey, congratulations. You showed everybody how easy it is.
It's easy. I mean, he even just sent a message to AFN. Like, I'm on the page. I can do that. I can just look at the messages and be like,
But
hey.
you don't have to send a message. It looks better if you post it on the page where
Right,
everybody
then
can see.
Right,
and-
then you show everybody that you are a true AFN
yeah.
fan.
Oh,
right?
wow. T-Bone is extending his guest privileges out to the listening audience, and we're taking advantage of this.
Right?
You can at least say, thanks, T-Bone. You could have done that.
I
But
mean, someone else made a request.
anything is better than the repeated music over and over again of the 80s, 90s, and today, which is 20 years. Today. The today portion is 20 years, plus the 80s, plus the 90s, 40 years of music, and it's the same 12 songs on repeat.
I mean, I try to switch it up. Lord knows I do my best. I feel like NSYNC is coming on later today. NSYNC and we're just gonna go 90s.
I believe you now have a current request on the AFN Roto Facebook page.
Someone else has gone in and asked for a song, which they're gonna get after this talk break. It's gonna happen.
There we go. See how easy this is. So easy.
Simple stuff.
We do everything we can do to make your listening experience entertaining.
Yes.
And infotaining. Oh, we haven't talked about any info stuff.
I mean, the big one today is obviously Summer Splash 2017 at the commissary.
Is that today?
That is today. Like AFN Rhoda, we're gonna have the radio all day. There's the one MC maybe tonight.
Woohoo!
It'll be us. So you have me till 10. Then at 10 we're gonna switch over to the commissary. So you can
live remote from the commissary.
Live remote for the commissary, and then they're gonna have it till 2. And then at 2 o'clock, it's back here in studio with DJ Salt.
I can't tell you how
AFN.
many times I've looked at this flyer and I thought this was going on at the pool.
I mean,
I would not have known that the summer splash was occurring at the commissary.
Yeah. That's where.
So what's the deal? What's going on here? Other than food, music, games, bouncy house, and prize wheel, what's What? I mean,
What
is
else
there
do
like
you-
a sale?
What else do you really need?
Pizza?
I mean, I love
No, I
pizza.
mean, there's nothing in this advertisement that makes me think commissary.
Well, I mean, it says where.
I sure
in
wish-
in the bottom right hand corner it says where.
Yeah,
Commissary.
I sure wish Miss Shirley was here to explain this silliness.
I'm sure she will be on the radio plenty this 10 to 2 to explain.
So
what's
yeah,
going on.
10 to 2 the commissary parking lot. That's your AFN Rota. So we've did some CI there. How about some more CI? Hold on.
Today is the. Hold on, I have one.
You got a good one? I got a good one.
Where did it go? It is the Stay Afloat Day over at the Outdoor Rec, where you can pick up a float. You know, a creamsicle, a root beer float, a Coke float. So you can come and get one of those. It's from 10 to 6 p.m. And
so they got a little bit of a scheduling conflict.
they do.
I mean,
you can
for
go
the
ahead.
first couple of hours.
You could go ahead and like pick up your float and then stop by the commissary, or you could stop at the commissary, hang out, and then go pick up some dessert because the commissary food, right? I personally like.
So
dessert
you get the
first.
float, and then what else?
Oh, so they are offering the daily rate instead of the weekend rate for rentals. So go ahead and you can pick up a rental surfboard, kayak,
Surfboard? How crazy
stand-up-
you would say surfboard
stand-up paddle. I heard you're going.
tonight at 5:30.
That's why I thought you were gonna bring your daughter because she was gonna hang out with you all day.
Well, we
'cause
had a
somebody
late
told-
we had a late night last night. Yeah, so she's sleeping in a little bit this morning. Plus, she has no idea what to expect because I haven't got any media to share with her. So
Look,
when
I'm working on it. We talked about it. I'm working
So let's
on it.
get
I
back.
got it
So
today.
yeah, Outdoor Rec for cheap $85 has got a beginner's surfing class that's going
it's like
on.
Surf stand-up paddleboarding XXL. I think that's what I think that.
I don't
that's the
know.
ad.
I don't know.
I
My
made the
daughter's
commercial for it.
visiting. I love having her here. I'm trying to do some exciting things with her other than, hey, let's go walk the dog. So we're trying to do some fun, exciting things. And we've done some cool stuff.
I know. I've actually looked at your page yesterday because we were talking about you at dinner. I was like, yeah.
You were talking about me at dinner.
Yeah, we were. I told you, DJ Dally and I, we talked about you at dinner so that I can make sure to remember to send you your audio files.
So
today.
$85 for a beginner. Like all you need to know how to swim. You need to have a bathing suit. You need to have a towel. They're going to put you on a bus. They're going to take you there, which means you don't have to worry about parking, which is a nightmare right now.
Yep.
You go with them. They got an instructor out there who hablas inglés, which is muy awesome.
Muy awesome.
That's my muy in English word is my new thing. So that's my new catchphrase.
One word Spanish, one word English.
Yes, it's catching on. So we're going to do that tonight. I don't know how it's going to be. It could be horrible. Everybody could be eaten by sharks. I don't know. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Are there sharks?
There's
out here?
sharks. There's always sharks. There's
mean-
always a shark. I've seen Sharknado. They're in the sky. So we're going to go do that. And then, next week we'll be talking about the surfing and how that was. But I'm going to share 2 travel tips with you. What are we
Okay.
looking at a time? Oh, yeah, we're golden.
Yeah.
Because getting ready to do a stand-up. Here's 2 quick travel tips. If you go to Rhonda and you haven't done the ATV tour, check it out. I can't plug the website, but if you hit me up in a message, I can sure as heck direct you to it. So it was super cheap, and they're ATVs, side-by-side ATVs, and they give you a perspective of Rhonda you can't get any other way unless you're like an ultra marathon runner, because it's really cool. And then here is T-Bone's tip of the day number 2. If you ever go to the mountain, that the city in the mountain, you Google search it that way. It's a lot easier than remembering Centennial de las Bodegas. If you ever go there, it's really cool. One of the top 10 most beautiful cities in all of Spain. But wow, if you go to public parking, you will pay a price. Bring some, no, not a monetary price, a physical price, because you are parking on the top of a very large mountain. And in order to get into the Centennial area itself, you have to walk all the way to the bottom. Then you cross a bridge, go into the Centennial area, you walk all the way to the top. And then to get out, you have to walk all the way to the bottom, cross a bridge, and then you have to walk back to your car.
Whew.
The tip of the day number 2, this is for you, the listening audience, those who care. Don't go to the place that's marked parking. There's plenty of parking in the street, down in the cool section, so you don't have to down, up, down, up. You just go up and you come down, and you'll enjoy it a lot more if you are not, and check the temperature. It was like 35 degrees Celsius, which I don't do the conversion. I just know much hotter than I like to be.
That makes sense. Yeah. No, I don't really like the heat.
So that's our journeys from last week. That's some good user tips for you. The surfing is this week, so after surfing, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, let me know. I wanted to sign up, but I never got it. I just did the scuba cert like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still.
Yeah, I mean, there are interesting things in that Vamos magazine. If you've got guests coming here, I recommend you pick up a Vamos and say, hey, find something that interests you and we'll do it.
Right? My friend is coming.
Instead of me coming up with all these ideas, I'm not the idea guy. I'm a read something and tell me what you want to do guy.
Yeah, my friend's coming in August, and I was like, I need to know when your flight shows up because there's a bullfight that Friday.
Woohoo!
And if you're not going to make it for that bullfight, I may just have to throw you the cash to get you a cab. I'll leave like my door unlocked or something. You'll like climb in through the doggy door, but I want to go to the bullfight. It's like the first bullfight. It's in Puerto, but that's like the beginning of August. But it's in Vamos. Or you could just check online because that's what I do. I look online like way out. When I make commercials, I got to go way out. Who
are the bullfighters is most important in Puerto?
Oh.
Don't search for it now. It's the bottom of the hour. It's the bottom of the important hour.
I don't know. I don't know who they are. I know there's like a Jose.
Jose Juan Padilla?
You know what? Don't quote me. I know there is a Jose. I don't know which Jose it is.
Lucky guess. My daughter is an animal lover, so even the thought of going to a bullfight is not going to work out for her. She's an animal lover, bless her heart. But I will not go to another bullfight unless Jose Juan Padilla is fighting. I do enjoy him, and we've tailgated his bullfights for the last couple of years, which is a very strange experience in Spain because they're not familiar with the tailgating concept.
Oh, no, I don't think that's.
So yeah, we don't have a football game here to tailgate, so we tailgate
the bullfight.
Tailgate the bullfight.
You might as well. Why not? It's
very pirated themed. We had great turnouts. It was. I mean, even if you don't want to go to the bullfight, a tailgating opportunity you don't turn down.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you just hang out with cool people.
So we're playing somebody cool for the 7:30 stand-up?
We are. Let me put them on. But first, let's do this request by our other requestee. This one is going.
You can't do that. It's the bottom of the hour. It's 7:30 stand-up. It's not 7:35 stand-up.
Okay,
it's not 7:40 stand-up.
Okay. Give me a second to load it.
And is the request that we're talking about from a certain sexy individual that sits across from you?
If you're talking about Goro, then
Goro made a request.
Goro
nice.
did make a request.
I don't want to distract you while you clickety-click. I'm just trying to not bore the audience. Good morning.
Well, I can tell you, while we do the stand-up, let's talk about Goro. I don't think he's official. I'm officially adopting him next week. They're bringing the paperwork, and I'm going to take care of that. But my wonderful guard dog here woke up late, Wednesday morning, felt horrible, like I was not feeling good. And I hear someone enter my yard. And I'm like, what? Who would come into I really have nothing in my yard. My house is locked. I'm asleep. I'm still there. And I was like waiting. Nothing. My dog, nothing. He's sitting at the back door while some stranger is in my yard, just tail wagging, no noise, no barking. I was like, if someone was coming for me, you would lick them. You would lick them to death. Big old baby. That's exactly what you are.
No one can hear you. You're so far away. I tried to cover for you because you're working. I understand you're working.
Yeah,
I could have spent those 3 minutes talking about reflective belts.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm going to tell you that one of our favorite listeners, Dave, sent us a PM request for an AC/DC song that I will share with you during the 7:30 stand-up.
And it is time. I'm loaded. I'm locked and loaded. It's time to go. Let's play some 7:30 stand-up. We're just going to shoot them 3 in a row. Bang, bang, bang. And we're going to go ahead and start right now.
Now that is what I should have had for a theme song. That should have been my opening music, not the broken glass song. That's how I feel every day. I have a mental disorder, as do most people. You know, when I look in the mirror, I don't see with the ogre that looks back at me. I see a beautiful, handsome man. That's what I see.
No shoes, no shirt, and you still get service, right?
Yeah, so that's my time. That's what I got to do. It's a Friday. So quickly, if you know me and you like to send me private messages for your song requests, know that I'm not here, so it would be better to do it on the AFN Rhoda Facebook page.
Or you just message AFN Rhoda.
I'm here. Or message them, or put it on the Rhoda community or Rhoda Naval community, one of the ones he's looking at. And remember, even though the song selection, so basically, you may not get your first choice. So have a couple of backups, but I'm extending at least to one more person. You're going to take care
I'm
of
waiting.
Dave,
Yeah,
right?
I'm David Lee Inman. I am literally looking at your messages, waiting for your backup choice. The minute I get it is when I'm gonna throw it in the queue. Like I haven't forgotten you. I just need a backup song because we don't have the one that you requested, unfortunately.
So we're getting ready to roll into the weekend, and with the weekend comes the normal weekend.
Yep.
You could write this down. You could take a muster, and you could use this as your weekly safety talk if you would like. I'll sign anything, so you just give it to me. I'll sign it. But what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the same things we always talk about. If it's dark outside, you need to be wearing reflective gear.
Always.
I passed a pack of humans today. They were all walking down a long, dark road, none of them wearing reflective gear on base during the hours of darkness. That's a no-no. Shouldn't be doing that. Wear reflective gear. Be seen. And if you're not going to be seen, stay away from the road. Don't drink or drive. That's what we're going to tell you every night of the day. If I had a daily radio show, I'd say it every day. Don't drink and drive. Have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. Get a designated driver.
Yep.
Become an Uber driver. I don't know. Figure it out.
Cab.
Yeah, take a cab.
A cab is much cheaper than jail time or a huge
Or walk. The
Or
wonderful
walk.
things about these pop-up chiringuitos. Pa-pa-pa. A pop-up.
Pa-pa-pa.
Yeah, well, they pop up. They're not here during the winter, and then
Yep.
boom, you got a bar next to your house.
Yep.
The wonderful thing about those is they're all within walking distance.
Yep.
So enjoy Spain for all it's worth and everything that it offers us. Be the best human that you could be, and if you were a good human yesterday, be a better human tomorrow. Take care, Rhoda. I gotta go. I love you.
All right, and I'm still waiting for you, David. But this here is Haley Steinfeld. This is Starving.
Starving.